Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Brooke reveals the CEO trick to Ridge, exposing the Hope and Carter scam. According to Monday, December 23rd spoilers on the Bold and the Beautiful, Brooke Logan will need to explain himself. Before Brooke made her significant social media revelation, she certainly ought to have informed Ridge Forrester of her plan. Naturally, Ridge keeps up with all the most recent Forrester news at the moment, so he was immediately aware of Brooke's return to the CEO position. Ridge went into a tailspin, which led to an intense bedroom encounter with Taylor Hayes. Brooke is now hammering on the door of the mansion in the hopes of getting Ridge to reveal her CEO trick. Even though Brooke will have a chance to explain her intentions, the explosive turn of events with Taylor upstairs cannot be undone. In any case, Brooke will reveal the scam she is committing at the organization. Ridge believes Brooke is supporting the goals of Carter Walton and Hope Logan, but Brooke has her own goals. Brooke will explain her CEO proposal, but Ridge will walk downstairs to the Forrester manse and begin hurling accusations. Brooke only consented to reclaim the kingdom because she thinks she can sway Carter's decisions on some new LLC documents, allowing him to resubmit with Ridge and Steffi Forrester's names in the proper place. But at this time, Ridge and Brooke's trust has essentially vanished. Even when Brooke explains where her head is at, we won't be shocked if Ridge continues to have concerns about her intentions. Ridge would acknowledge that he's not sure he knows her at all anymore when Brooke asks if he really believes she would just take the CEO position for herself. Of course, more errors have been made since Ridge attacked Taylor just after Brooke made her declaration. According to our B&B forecasts, Ridge's betrayal in the bedroom with Taylor will soon be the final nail in the Bridge coffin. Stay in for updates on all the crazy reactions as Ridge and Brooke have some explosive scenes coming up, according to spoilers for the Bold and the Beautiful. ### will demands answers while Hope and Carter celebrate. Although there was an unmistakable hint of tension, the mood at Forrester Creations was electrifying. Standing in the spotlight, enjoying their recent triumph, were Hope Logan and Carter Walton. The halls reverberated with the cheers of their closest supporters, confirming the triumph of their audacious and contentious coup. Their festivities, however, concealed the storm that was building under the surface and would soon burst into a flurry of inquiries, charges, and disclosures. Hope raised a glass to celebrate the historic change she and Carter had arranged, wearing a gorgeous outfit that radiated strength and confidence. Her radiant smile conveyed a sense of validation and the realization that her years of perseverance and hard work were finally paying off. For too long, she had been disregarded, questioned, and undervalued. It was her time to take back her story. Beside her, Carter was the calm, collected man who had been instrumental in this change of power. Although he had not made the decision to support Hope lightly, it had all been worthwhile when he saw the results of their labors. Together, they were a formidable force that upended the established hierarchies of authority at Forrester Creations and demonstrated that boldness and creativity could overcome tradition and nostalgia. Even still, Will Spencer's absence loomed large as they celebrated with a small group of confidants. Will requests responses. Bill Spencer's shrewd and resolute son, Will, had been watching the drama play out from the sidelines. Despite his youth, Will had inherited his father's sharp intuition and relentless pursuit of the truth. Will had more questions than answers as a result of the changes at Forrester Creations and the ramifications from his own family's involvement with the Forresters. Will showed there without being invited when the party was at its peak, his face displaying a mixture of resolve and frustration. Everyone's attention was drawn to him, and the room became quiet as his presence was acknowledged. Carter remained calm, although a hint of discomfort appeared on his face, while Hope's smile wavered a little. Will stated, "I need answers," in a steady but urgent voice. "I want to know what you're hiding and how all of this happened." Hope moved forward in an effort to defuse the tension. "This isn't the place or time for this, Will. Let's discuss this later." Will, however, was not readily convinced. "No, Hope. I deserve to know why you and Carter have completely upended this business. What was the strategy? And who else is involved? For the rest of us, what does this mean?" The tension is boiling over. Carter spoke out, his voice firm but measured. Will, this was about making a positive impact at Forrester Creations. It's not quite as evil as you portray it to be. Will, however, was not persuaded. A good change? Is firing those who have dedicated their lives to this company what you call that? Is that considered sabotaging Ridge and Steffi? Tension was high in the room as Hope attempted to justify their behavior. She talked about growth, creativity, and the need to overcome the limitations of tradition. She maintained that the company's best hope of remaining relevant in a constantly evolving sector was represented by her line, "Hope for the future." Will, however, was relentless. "Hope, this goes beyond style or commercial tactics. This has to do with trust and loyalty. Additionally, it appears to me that both of those items have been thrown out the window." A rift revealed. As the altercation progressed, it became evident that Will and Hope's conflict stemmed from more than just the most recent developments at Forrester Creations. Their interchange was made more difficult by their common history, which was molded by the complex relationships between their families. Will felt conflicted over his allegiance to his father, Bill, and his relationship to the Forrester family via his mother, Katie. Hope's drive and tenacity had always impressed him, but her recent behavior made him doubt her ethics and motivations. With a hint of regret in his voice, Will said, "I looked up to you, Hope. I believed you represented something else. However, I no longer even recognize you." As his words resonated, Hope's face softened. Being a moral compass in the frequently turbulent world of the Forresters and Spencers was something she had always taken pleasure in. She was forced to face the idea that her ambition had cost her when she heard Will express disillusionment. Carter's argument. Sensing that things were getting out of hand, Carter intervened to protect Hope. He talked fervently about their shared vision for the business and his resolve to challenge the existing quo and push boundaries. Addressing Will and the entire crowd, Carter stated, "Change is never easy. However, it's essential. Because Hope and I have faith in our business and its future, we took a chance. That makes us visionaries rather than criminals." Carter's remarks struck a chord with some, but Will wasn't very placated. Persuaded that there was more to the story than what was being disclosed, he continued to be dubious. The repercussions. The jubilation felt empty as the evening came to an end. The encounter with Will overshadowed Hope and Carter's victory, leaving them to deal with the consequences. Hope and Carter were forced to face the moral ramifications of their behavior after Will's insistence on answers touched a nerve. Hope saw the encounter as a reminder of the fine line that separates ambition from morality. For Carter, it brought to light the difficulties of balancing creativity and loyalty in a society where they frequently conflict. Will, meanwhile, had more questions than answers as he left the event. His will to find the truth paved the way for a more thorough examination of what had transpired at Forrester Creations. The path ahead. According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, this showdown will have far-reaching effects. Hope and Carter must deal with the increasing scrutiny from Will and other members of the Forrester and Spencer families as they negotiate the difficulties of their newfound authority. Will's investigation is far from complete, and his unrelenting search for the truth may reveal information that might upend Forrester Creations as a whole. According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, there are 3 events that viewers should not miss next week. Fans may anticipate Remy Price trapping Electra Forrester from December 23 to December 27, 2024. In prison, Luna Nozawa is beaten. As the family is relying on the power of Christmas, Bridget Forrester also makes a comeback. Continue reading to discuss what will happen next in the CBS soap opera. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Electra Forrester's emotional condition. One must-see moment revolves around Electra, according to B&B teasers for the week of December 23. Fans remember that Remy sent Katie Logan phony pictures of Electra. Katie agreed that Forrester Creations needed to end its partnership with Electra after talking it over with Brooke Logan. Sadly, when Electra inquired as to why she was being let go, Katie and Brooke would not answer. Will Spencer will probably put pressure on his mother to reveal the true cause for Electra's dismissal as a result. B&B spoilers, the trap of Remy Price. Electra will go to Il Giardino while Will tries to convince Katie to tell the truth. Will still needs to go to work, and Elektra needs a friend right now. Elektra will therefore see Remy Price, her only other friend in Los Angeles. Remy tells a sobbing Elektra that he meant what he said in a weekly preview clip. Remy reiterates his promise to support Elektra no matter what. At this point, Elektra enters Remy's chamber. She must be aware that it is Remy's flat even though he is not with her. Elektra wipes her nose with a tissue and switches on the light. Elektra gasps in fear as she glances up. Remy might trap Elektra, it seems. Everyone would conclude that Elektra departed in disgrace because she had recently been fired and didn't really have many close relationships. However, Will may perceive that Elektra is having problems. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Luna Nozawa's prison beating. According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Luna is at the center of yet another must-see scene. When Bill Spencer returns to meet his non-daughter, he is horrified at the state of Luna's face. Although this is probably a plot of her own making, Bill will probably attempt to place Luna in protective custody of some sort. Spoilers for the week of December 23, 2024 for B&B. Additionally, Bridget gives Brooke Logan a joyful embrace. John Finn Finnegan and Steffi Forrester Finnegan discuss the magic of Christmas in the meantime. During the week of December 23, 2024, which of these must-see moments are you most excited to watch? Given that the Christmas season is well underway, The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for the week of December 23 to 27th point to some heartwarming events in Los Angeles. Characters return to enjoy Christmas with their families, therefore there are some entertaining returns to mention. Over the next 5 days, what casting developments should fans be aware of? It's time to get started! Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, the prodigal daughter is back. According to B&B teasers, Dr. Bridget Forrester, the daughter of Brooke Logan and Eric Forrester, will be spending Christmas with her family back in Los Angeles. The last time fans saw Bridget on canvas was in September, and Ashley Jones will play the part again. Can Bridget mediate the escalating conflict between her parents and the rest of the family, or will she be thrust into the midst of it all? To discover out, fans will need to tune in. A Very Honey Bear Christmas, B&B spoilers. Speaking of Eric, B&B spoilers reveal that he will be spending the holiday season with family because Jennifer Garice's character, Donna Logan Forrester, will also appear during the week of December 23 to 27th. Will Donna be drawn into the current conflict between the Logans and the Forresters, or will she and Eric have a pleasant, quiet Christmas? Will she have to choose a side? Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Allie Mills' appearance. Fans will be in for a true treat when Pam Douglas makes a comeback for some holiday fun, according to B&B spoilers. It will be good to see the late Stephanie Forrester's sister, Pam, who is portrayed by the amazing Allie Mills, join the family for the celebrations. Mills has been busy in Port Charles and has made sporadic appearances on General Hospital as Heather Weber. She was last seen on B&B in August of this year. During the week of December 23 to 27th, which plot line are you most excited to see? Ridge Forrester's hasty choice to wed Taylor Hayes is the most recent shockwave to rock the Forrester, Logan, and Spencer families into disarray. The Bold and the Beautiful world feeds on complicated relationships and emotional anguish. For Taylor, Ridge's hurried marriage to Taylor, which appears to have been the result of resentment, unresolved emotions, and desperation, may represent love, but for Brooke Logan, it represents nothing less than emotional destruction. Brooke experiences her worst heartache as a result of her hasty union, which is framed by unsolved scars, lingering betrayals, and enduring rivalries. The story seemed to be more about revenge than restored passion from the first moment Ridge revealed his intention to marry Taylor in a hasty wedding. Still in shock by what he saw as Brooke's betrayals, Ridge used his relationship with Taylor as a weapon and a shield. Ever optimistic, Taylor voluntarily accepted the role of Ridge's bride, thinking that their love and shared past would finally lift the cloud that Brooke had always placed over their relationship. But behind the surface of their vows is a complex web of repercussions and impulses that might cause everything to fall apart. A snap choice, a serious cut. Ridge felt most betrayed by Brooke at the time of the hasty wedding to Taylor. Blinded by rage and hatred, Ridge accused Brooke of betraying him by seeming to support Carter and Hope during the Forrester Creations tumult. Despite his frequent designation of Brooke as his destiny, Ridge's behavior betrayed the brittleness of his faith in their relationship. His hasty decision to wed Taylor was an indictment of Brooke and her alleged betrayal, not just a declaration of his love for her. Conversely, Brooke was caught off guard. She had always maintained the conviction that she and Ridge were inseparable, even in the face of their turbulent past. Brooke is in a maelstrom of pain, uncertainty, and humiliation after witnessing Ridge move on so swiftly into the arms of a woman who has been both a friend and a rival. Brooke, who feeds on power and influence, finds it difficult to accept being marginalized in such a dramatic and public manner. False hope or Taylor's triumph? Although Taylor could consider this marriage a success, its longevity is questionable given the circumstances surrounding its beginning. Ridge's choice, which was made out of hurt and rage, is not based on sincere forgiveness or profound healing. Rather than genuinely choosing Taylor as his life mate, it seems reflexive, as if Ridge is using her to fill the vacuum left by Brooke. With a hopeful heart but possibly irrational hopes, Taylor, who has long borne the scars of Ridge's waning dedication, enters this marriage. Although there is no denying her love for Ridge, their hasty wedding provides little opportunity to address the more serious problems that have always hampered their relationship. Taylor has been living in Brooke's shadow for years, and this hasty union runs the risk of starting a trend where Ridge withdraws to Taylor before going back to Brooke. Brooke's humiliation in public. The public character of this marriage adds to Brooke's suffering. The union of Ridge and Taylor wasn't a low-key event, rather, it was a spectacle that sent a message to everyone in their social circle. The wedding's public nature is a clear challenge to Brooke, a statement that Ridge has moved on and that Taylor is now his partner of choice. This time, Brooke, who is renowned for her fortitude and capacity to recover from tragedy, is up against a different kind of obstacle. It's not just about losing Ridge, it's also about the public perception that she planned her own demise. Ridge's treachery claims, whether true or not, have further distanced Brooke from those she previously thought of as comrades by portraying her as the antagonist in their tale. The fallout from Forrester. Ridge and Taylor's wedding has repercussions that go well beyond their close friends and family. The marriage further exacerbates the already strained family dynamic at Forrester Creations. The reunification of their parents has overjoyed Taylor and Ridge's children, Steffi and Thomas, who see it as confirmation of their belief that their family should always come first. Their joy is however restrained by the awareness that Brooke is still a significant member of the team and that her sadness may take unexpected forms. The marriage is bittersweet for Eric, the Forrester family patriarch. He has always been in favor of Ridge and Taylor's relationship, but he still feels a great deal of sympathy for Brooke's suffering. Eric, who has a complex past with Brooke of his own, is aware of how much she loves Ridge and how much she is going through. As allegiances are put to the test and old scars are revived, his duty as a mediator between the family's warring sections becomes more challenging. A recipe for mayhem. In addition to being a sea change for Ridge, Taylor, and Brooke, the quickie wedding also serves as the impetus for a new chapter of strife within the bold and the beautiful. Ridge's snap judgment creates the conditions for a string of betrayals, miscommunications, and power struggles that will affect every aspect of their lives. Even if Brooke is distraught, she won't likely continue to be a helpless victim. Her suffering might give her a newfound resolve to take back Ridge's affections or to use her influence in ways that upend the Forrester family's foundation. Despite her optimism, Taylor could have to deal with the fact that she is Ridge's second choice, or at least how it is perceived. Ridge's unresolved feelings for Brooke may conflict with Taylor's optimism, and their hasty wedding provides little opportunity to confront the underlying problems in their relationship. Ridge may find short-term comfort in his decision to wed Taylor, but it is unlikely to deliver him the long-term tranquility he desires. His tendency to waver between Brooke and Taylor has left a path of emotional devastation, and this most recent episode is no different. Ridge might discover that his impetuosity has cost him more than he expected when he deals with the consequences of his choice. The drama is far from ended, as fans of Bold and the Beautiful are aware. Although a significant turning point, Ridge and Taylor's marriage is only the start of a new chapter full with surprises. The Forrester family will continue to be at the heart of the most interesting plotlines on the program because to Brooke's response, Taylor's aspirations, and Ridge's internal struggle. This is a time of reckoning for Brooke. Will she be stronger and more determined than ever when she rises from the ashes of her heartbreak? Or is Ridge's betrayal going to leave her permanently damaged? Taylor views the marriage as a long-awaited dream come true, but will Ridge's unresolved love for Brooke emerge and turn it into a nightmare? Additionally, Ridge may find that the hasty wedding temporarily eases his inner turmoil, but it is unlikely to put an end to the doubts and regrets that have plagued him for years. Betrayal, redemption, and love are all intertwined in the universe of the bold and the beautiful. Fans wouldn't have it any other way, but Ridge and Taylor's hurried wedding is sure to cause pandemonium, heartache, and turmoil. The entwined narratives of Ridge's confession and Brooke's redemptive aim examine themes of forgiveness, self-discovery, and the complex web of interpersonal relationships. Ridge, a guy known for his inner anguish and stoicism, is struggling with a revelation that calls into question the core of who he is. Conversely, Brooke sets out on a path of atonement motivated by an unwavering desire to mend past wrongs and mend damaged relationships. Their journeys come together to make a gripping story of development and bonding that exemplifies the transformational potential of comprehension and empathy. Ridge's epiphany starts off as a routine incident but swiftly devolves into an existential crisis. He has carried the responsibilities of his family and community without complaining, living his life as a man of quiet strength. Beneath this exterior, however, is a guy who has always felt alienated from himself. An ancient journal found in the attic of the house where he grew up provides the revelation. Ridge discovers as he flips through the pages that the man he had always referred to as father was not actually his biological parent. Decades of presumptions are revealed by the truth, leaving Ridge adrift in a sea of uncertainties. Who was his biological father? What did this signify for the tradition he had been preserving? Above all, how could he make sense of this new information in light of the life he had created? The journal entries provide jumbled hints about a singer named Elias who used to visit Ridge's tiny community. Ridge finds great resonance in Elias's portrayals of his aspirations and hardships, and he starts to identify aspects of himself in the words of an unfamiliar person. This revelation sets off Ridge on a journey of self-discovery that takes him far from the comforts of his hometown. He starts looking for people who knew Elias in order to piece together the tale of a man who was passionate and creative despite his imperfections. Ridge's quest eventually becomes as much about learning about Elias as it is about learning about his own aspirations and unmet expectations. Brooke's story, meanwhile, develops in parallel. Brooke was once the community's golden child, but after making a string of bad choices that caused her to become estranged from her loved ones, her life took a turn for the worse. She had a broken sense of self-worth as a result of her quick and well-publicized fall from grace. Brooke returns to the place she left with the intention of demonstrating her transformation, determined to make atonement. Her goal of redemption is to forgive herself as well as to gain the forgiveness of others. She begins by working at the neighborhood community center, where she reestablishes her connections with those she has hurt and works to mend them one conversation at a time. There are times of uncertainty and opposition during Brooke's journey. While some members of the community doubt the sincerity of her metamorphosis, others are unable to overlook her history. But Brooke's determination never falters. Little triumphs, like gaining the confidence of an unconvinced elder or witnessing a child's happiness at a neighborhood gathering, bring her comfort. Every step she takes forward strengthens her conviction that redemption is achievable, not in a big, overarching gesture, but rather in a string of small, regular deeds of accountability and kindness. Ridge's quest for Elias brings him back to the town where it all started, marking the meeting point of his and Brooke's paths. As the two characters traverse their individual paths, an intriguing interplay is created by Ridge's stoicism and Brooke's sensitivity. At first, there is tension in their interactions. While Brooke sees Ridge as a reminder of the life she's attempting to reconstruct, Ridge sees Brooke as a sign of the town's complex past. However, as they spend more time together, they start to see how similar their experiences are. Though in different ways, both are looking for a feeling of purpose and belonging. When Brooke finds a link between Elias and her own family, it marks a turning point in their relationship. It turns out that Elias had been close to her late grandmother, who had preserved a number of his letters and sheet music. Ridge and Brooke discuss this finding and examine the materials together. The letters show a side of Elias that neither of them had expected, a man divided between his obligations and his passion for music, a man who had made mistakes but had also made an effort to right them. Ridge finds that these insights give Elias a human face and enable him to make sense of the man's flaws in light of his own difficulties. Brooke finds inspiration in Elias's experience, which confirms her conviction that atonement is a continuous process rather than a one-time event. Ridge and Brooke's bond grows as they collaborate to put together Elias's story. They start talking about their own hopes and anxieties, and they find comfort in one another's candor. While Brooke acknowledges her worries that she would never be able to completely atone for her past, Ridge talks candidly about the strain he has had to live up to a heritage that now feels uncertain. Their open and honest communication creates the foundation for a relationship based on respect and understanding. When Ridge and Brooke plan a memorial concert to celebrate Elias's legacy, it marks the culmination of their quest. People from all walks of life come together to celebrate the power of music and connection, and the event turns into a community-wide unifying moment. In a moving moment that shows his acceptance of who he is and his readiness to accept the past as well as the future, Ridge takes the stage to sing one of Elias's songs. In the meantime, Brooke works behind the scenes to make sure everything goes as planned. Her unobtrusive contributions demonstrate her development and dedication to the community. Following the concert, Ridge and Brooke are faced with a decision. Although their travels have strengthened their bond, they must now make decisions about the future. Inspired by Elias's tale, Ridge contemplates reviving his long-suppressed musical love. After demonstrating her commitment to the community, Brooke starts looking for new ways to have a bigger impact. Their shared experiences make an enduring impression on them both, reminding them of the beauty of second chances and the strength that comes from vulnerability, even when their paths may vary. In the end, the tale of Ridge's epiphany and Brooke's intention to redeem is proof of the human spirit's tenacity. It emphasizes how crucial it is to face the past, accept flaws, and create relationships that go beyond personal hardships. Through their experiences, Ridge and Brooke demonstrate the transforming potential of empathy and demonstrate that hope and healing can be found despite doubt and uncertainty.